Hello brothers and sisters and welcome to my channel. I just want to make a quick video today. I'd just like to make a quick video today about what's actually happening since the Trump inauguration. Basically what I'm talking about is that the new president, Biden, is now taking the seat and he's taking the White House. And they have stormed the whole Capitol building last week on Thursday, and literally now everybody who's a Trump supporter, right, is basically hated. And across all social media like Facebook, Messenger, and soon YouTube, Twitter, he's banned on every one of those medias. And basically that means anyone else who is a Trump supporter. And now the media is being basically how would you say, only explaining what they want to explain. They're only telling everybody what they want to tell, and the same is happening in Africa, in Uganda, and other places in Africa. When new presidents are being brought in, they're bringing in the military, and they're basically locking down on all the media platforms like YouTube, Twitter, everything. They're basically watching everything you're doing, and they're taking people's videos down. Now, I'm just being honest with you. These videos that I've been trying to upload on YouTube, some of them are being they're being taken down, or comments are not being allowed, and I've had to update videos and put stuff up because parts of my videos there's stuff being taken out, it's being edited and stuff like that. I haven't any idea why, but now I kind of seen why it's happening, so I'm going to upload this on YouTube and hopefully you'll get it, okay? The reason why I'm saying all this is because I know we live here in Europe, and I have family here in Europe as well, in Ireland, and I'm in France, but the rest of Europe is going to follow suit. All the news and the media basically are just reporting now whatever they want, but anyone who's basically telling the truth and telling it and standing up for what the Trump fans, supporters, stood up for. They stood up for their rights. They stood up for a clean world. They stood up for their religion. Most of them are Christian, and they stood up against all the things that's in this world. I cannot really talk about it here because if I do, I'll be knocked off. Okay, you just basically have to just read about what Trump and Trump supporters want and what they don't want. Okay. They don't like anything to do with LGBT. They don't like anything to do with homosexuals or pedophilia or any of that. They want the America that they used to have, and that goes for all the world. How everybody wants a cleaner world, and which is normal. Everyone wants this, and people who have kids and all that, they don't want this. Now, I'm not being biased, and I'm not gonna start bashing anyone, right? Because videos will be taken down. My point of view, and what I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not from America, but as far as I know, it wasn't one of the worst presidents out there. There have been worse. And literally, like, basically, what I think and what I believe is my own opinion. Other people is entitled to their own. But the real reason why I'm on here is I'm telling everybody out there, and that should concern everyone, whether they're a Trump supporter or not. And even if you're in Europe or you're in any other part of the world, the media platforms are all being taken down. Anyone who tries to spit the truth about anything, and I'm talking about any subject, right? Other than what's going on in the stupid elections. I'm telling you now, literally, this was what they wanted. They wanted full anarchy so that they could close down the media. They can lock people's YouTube or Twitter accounts down and ban you for life. And anyone else who even buying anything on Amazon or anything like that from that group that call themselves QAnon, the conspiracy groups and all that, they're cracking down on anyone. They're fining you even if you buy anything off Amazon with that on the T-shirt. So I'm just telling you out straight there, the Democrats and all that who've been going against Trump are getting what they want. They're getting what they want, and they're gonna have this new president in, and everyone's going to follow suit. Now, that being said, I just basically saw on the news there, there was a new president being sworn in Uganda, and places like the South Africa and stuff like that. all around there. Anywhere there's new presidents being sworn in, they're doing the exact same thing that we're going to see happen in America in a few days' time, when President Trump is completely gone and the new president is coming in. His inauguration, that's called an inauguration day. That's when he just gets basically the keys to the White House, has a speech, and he's the new president. The streets are going to be barricaded off. The military are coming in, and they are going to make sure that nothing happens like what happened last week. Now, it's already happening in Uganda and other places like that in the South Africa, and it's going to start happening. Okay, in France as well, it's going to start happening wherever you have another election coming up for the new president, because this is the year number 4. So anyone who's full term, any president who served his full term, usually around January, February, this is when they all start to leave office and the new president is sworn in. So you're going to see the same thing happen anywhere. And this is just an excuse to get everybody shut up, hand over your mouth, that's it. And the military are being called in because of violence. Violence in the capitals, violence in the streets when there's a new president. So what I'm telling you right now is you need to start watching yourself on the media platforms. You need to be careful what you're listening to, and you need to be 100% alert, because since the new virus has been rolled out, a lot of people are getting sick, and now they're telling us that there has to be given out in 3 stages. This is the latest I'm telling you now. The latest news that I'm hearing. And the military will always be brought in now if there's any more violence in the streets over any kind of protest. And the media are not recording it. The medias and the news channels and all that will not be allowed. Okay, and this is what they're doing. They're shutting down Twitter, YouTube, and all the accounts of anyone who's telling the truth. And they're going to put whatever they want, like they usually do on all the TV channels. You'll see whatever they put on. Okay, and I don't care who you listen to, if you're watching RT or you're watching different news channels. The independent news channels might give you some other truths, but they're all being clamped down on now. They're all being shut down. So I'm telling you now, right? Keep praying, keep watching, okay? Because we're drawing closer and closer to our departure, okay? Because as far as I'm concerned, this is just another excuse. This is just another excuse. This was, to me personally, I think this is just another wave of nonsense, so that they can create this push so that they can get us all in lockdown again, and then start bringing out the vaccines, and no one will be able to report them, film them, your phone, or send up videos on YouTube or Twitter. Nothing. The channels, the news channels, no one will know what's going on in your town except the people who are watching. Okay? The people who are watching right now online, before your YouTube and your Twitter accounts are locked down. This is you'll be only able to see with your own 2 eyes. Okay? If you see people getting locked up. Okay? Because they're going to start locking people up. Okay, they're bringing in new laws. In New York, I've seen the new laws, and in Spain, they're bringing in new laws for people who have not been vaccinated and who are not willing to be vaccinated. They can be arrested or fined for coming to work, or they're basically out in society. Okay, people are breaking the laws. They don't want to be in lockdown anymore, so they're definitely gonna come down hard on everyone, because we're under curfew. So everyone is going to be punished for what they've been doing. If you're out after curfew, and even if you haven't been vaccinated and you're still following the guidelines, they're pushing hard on this. We're definitely going to see the military in the streets. They used Trump's defeat to bring in the soldiers, and all that what happened on Capitol Hill, and now it's kicking off. Right? They say they're going to have over something like 100,000 military on the streets. They're basically done over here. All I can see now is the military is being brought in all over the place. They're saying they're bringing them in for this and that to help with the vaccinations and that. Since when do you need an army to help with the vaccinations? There's snow in Spain, and they brought in the military there. There's wars going on all over Africa, with murdering thousands of Christians all over the place. The French army are gone over there. And now the military are in the streets, and they're cutting down they're basically knocking the internet, like all the platforms, all the platforms, like I said, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of them have been controlled. And anyone like talking like the way I am about what's actually really happening in the world will be blocked and fined. And then you will be on a list. You're getting put on a list. We're going to be put on a list. The last time I saw anyone being put on a list was back in the war, okay, the First World War with Hitler, going around putting every Jew on a list, putting every human being on a list. You think I'm making this up? This is it. They're going to start telling potential terrorists who do not take the vaccine, who break curfew. We are bringing in the armies for people who are like Trump supporters, even if you're in Europe, people who fight for civil liberties and rights for a normal God-fearing world, where they will be hated and pushed aside. I'm telling you now, just watch, because they said tighter restrictions in every metropolitan and urban area. Now, this is where they're going to do it, and this is it. The military are being brought in. They just wanted an excuse to do it quicker. So that's it. And they're going to use Trump, and they're going to use anyone else who's gone through a change, any country that's gone through a change of presidents, okay? A push for power, a push for change in power, and anyone who fights against it is going to be basically banged up and bet around in the streets, bringing in tons and tons of military. I'm looking at the military trucks in Uganda. I'm looking at them. You need to look up just Uganda, okay? Military brought in, okay? And all the internet platforms being taken down and everything, and people being banned the minute they mention anything about what's going on. Right, for over there, they talk about what's going on, they're going to be banned and their accounts blocked. The same is happening in America, and people can't post the truth about the cops killing a 16-year-old girl, shot her straight in the head. You won't see it on the news, CNN and Fox and all that. You won't waste your time watching any of them. Okay? That's all controlled media. Okay? Fake news. But this is it. Right? But I'm telling you out straight. Every person out there needs to start taking care of themselves. And whatever you do, just do not take the vaccine. Okay? I love you all. God bless. Take care.